Hey everyone, so I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a reading for all the zodiac signs for the month of February. Since, February is a month of love, I decided that I would do a reading for all signs. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Aries and see what's going on. Okay, let's see. So for the sign of Aries, February 2020, what can we see in love? For the sign of Aries, for February 2020, what can we see in love? What is going on for the month of February? Okay, so the first card that we do have is the Ten of Swords. Okay, second card is the Six of Pentacles, and then we have the World. Okay, so Aries. Okay, so unfortunately, I am seeing endings, okay? The Ten of Swords is about endings. The World is about something ending, it's conclusion so that something else may begin. So I feel as though, during the month of February, I feel like, part of the reason, that, this ending is happening is because there's no equal give and take, okay? Somebody's not giving to you equally that you are giving to them. And so I feel as though, this is, I feel as though, a lot of you Aries out there are just like, I'm done with this. I want to be able to have that equality that, I'm giving. I want it back in return. And since, it's not happening, I'm not receiving that, it's time for me to put a conclusion to this and start something new. Okay, so let's pull a few cards and see if we can't add to this a little bit. What else can you add to this, Spirit? What else can you add to this for the month of February 2020 for this ending? What is it that you want to add to this? What is it that you want to add to this, Spirit? And give me one more. Give me one more, Spirit. Give me one more, Spirit, for all Aries. For all Aries. Okay, so the first card that we have is Life Purpose, finding your life purpose. The second card that we have is Lying. Someone is lying. And the third card is the grass was fake. The grass was greener because it was fake, okay? So I feel like, part of this ending obviously has to do with the fact that, someone was lying. Someone was lying and they were being fake, okay? And I feel like, you were not receiving this equality. Somebody was lying to you, and you, again, with endings comes new beginnings. You are just at that point where you're like, I can't handle, somebody stabbing me in the back, lying, being fake. And so now, it's time for me to reach for something more. That's something more being your life purpose. I feel as though you are now, you're wanting to start a new journey, a journey that is going to be more spiritual and fulfilling for yourself. Okay, so I feel like that's, the reason why you have come to this conclusion that you have something, you have a bigger life purpose. All right, and with that bigger life purpose, you're seeking something more, and you don't want to be lied to, and you don't want to be in something that you feel is fake. Okay, let's pull a card from here real quick and see what more can we add for this for Aries. For Aries for the month of February 2020. For Aries, February 2020. Okay, so we have Spirit of Christ, which is about forgiveness, reconciliation, and unconditional love. And then the second card that we have is Spirit of Communication, love letter, email, text, and telephone call. Okay, so again, I feel like part of the reason why you are wanting to end this is because, again, you have somebody who is being, fake, and somebody who was lying to you. You have this higher purpose that's calling for you. So you're learning about forgiveness and unconditional love. Okay, but I feel as though this forgiveness and unconditional love is for you, for yourself. Okay, with this Spirit of Communication, love letter, email, text, phone call, I feel like you are not getting this. Okay, I feel like you are not getting these things. There was not equal give and take. This person was not giving to you what you wanted. You wanted them to put in more efforts, to put in, time to text you and call you. And they weren't doing this. Okay. And so you're learning about forgiveness. But so I feel again, as I said, I feel like you're on a spiritual journey right now. You're really thinking about your life purpose. But along with that, I feel as though that in order for you to get ahead, you are going to have to forgive this person. Okay? You're going to have to forgive this person for what they did, because I feel as though that by holding that in, it will carry you in a low vibration. And I don't feel that you want to be carried with a low vibration. I feel as though your life purpose is to raise your vibration and bring something really good for yourself. Okay, so I feel as though, even though this person, was lying to you, and they weren't giving you what you wanted, weren't putting in the efforts, to call and to text and to, put in, the efforts that you were, I feel like you're still going to forgive them, but you're forgiving them for you, for yourself, for your higher purpose, so that you can start anew. Okay, is what I'm seeing here. So I'm just going to pull one last card here for advice and see what Spirit has to say for advice to close this out. Spirit, what do you have to say to close this out? Let's see. Okay. Okay, so advice. The card that we do have is fear. Okay, so I feel like I feel like you're learning how to overcome these fears, okay? I don't feel like you are fearful to do this, okay? I feel as though you are actually learning to overcome this. I feel like you were in this situation for a long time. And I feel like in the past you were fearful, but now you have, it's like something has sparked you. Something has sparked you in finding your life purpose. And with the Spirit of Christ, although, maybe some of you are not, Christian, I just feel like Spirit is calling to you. And the Spirit that's calling to you is taking you out of these fears, okay? And is giving you this new perspective and this new boldness to say to yourself, I'm worth more than this. I'm worth more than somebody stabbing me in the back, lying to me, and being, fake with me. I deserve this. I know that, there's somebody who is going to give to me equally, who's going to be generous, who's going to text me and call me and put in the efforts that I deserve. So I feel like fear I feel like fear is something that you have now overcome. And I feel like, as an advice, I feel like Spirit wants you to definitely concentrate on that, because that's what's going to get you through not being afraid. That's what's going to get you through in finding your life purpose. Okay, so that's what I have, for you in, the month of February. I know that's not the most loving of messages, but what is loving about it is that you're learning to love you. You're learning to love yourself, and you're learning that there's something more out there for you, and that's absolutely beautiful. So I'm wishing all of you the best. If any of you are interested in a personal reading, the information is always in the description box, and we will talk to you again on the next one. Bye-bye.